Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today, we are going to be talking about Hedera and HBAR, and I hope everybody's having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. There's a lot to discuss here, so let's just dive on in, and let's start off with this post here from Empower. So, we did a deep dive into what Empower was doing with Hedera, and of course, yes, they're still working with Cardano, but it seems as though they are transitioning over to Hedera more so for a lot of these transactions. Talking more so about the security behind them and the transparency behind them and tracking and tracing them. But what's very interesting is home value is now being tracked by Empower Pay. This is incredible to see, especially in the world of tokenization. It's becoming a reality, and I think that right now, as we really kind of look at what's going on, it seems as though Hedera is at the forefront of this revolution. So we do see here that Empower Pay has successfully tracked $7.8 million in total home value over the past 6 months. I actually think that this is going to grow pretty quickly, especially as we do start to see a lot more players in the tokenization real estate game really becoming a much larger hit. We know that Red Swan has been doing some great things with Hedera within the real estate game as well, and it's only a matter of time until that trend becomes much larger than what it is now. The Empower Pay solution revolutionizes the management of rent-to-own contracts, providing developers with a tool to manage their cash flows, streamline processes, and enhance transparency. The crux of the matter lies in the integration of real-world rental payments with DLT that ensures secure and transparent recording of such transactions. Now, this is actually very exciting because, like I said, we already know that Empower, from what we've seen, is tapping into Hedera for tracking and tracing these transactions and possibly even creating and making these transactions. And as we do know with rental payments, well, most people either one, pay monthly and can also even do bi-weekly payments as well. But we know that the world of rental payments is extremely vast. And these transactions are perfect for being made on Hedera, considering the fact of the efficiencies with transactional flow. We also know that Cardano has not really proven its scalability. Hedera has. So this is actually a perfect use case for Hedera. And imagine the transactional demand every single month regarding rental payments. This could get very interesting very fast, especially with how many transactions this could very well amount to. Very exciting stuff. Like I said, focus on some of these use cases like Empower and what they are actually doing. There's a lot to really kind of look into with this, but it's very exciting. And like I said, Hedera is at the forefront of this. Very exciting stuff. Very incredible information as well. Outside of this, we also just seen a pretty big announcement from the HBAR Foundation. Multi-chain NFT bridging is now live on Hedera via the XP network, enabling HBAR NFTs to be transferred and traded across 30 plus blockchains that make up the $7.5 billion plus market, including Polygon, Solana, and Ethereum through marketplaces such as OpenSea. By enabling Hedera NFTs on a marketplace like OpenSea, which at times has facilitated 80% of global NFT trade, the XP network is enabling greater exposure to HBAR community builders and projects. We greatly look forward to the pioneers in the Hedera ecosystem establishing cross-chain collaborations as we move towards a multi-chain future. You can learn more about this integration in our latest HBAR blog. Now, listen. Like I've said multiple times around this space, interoperability, connecting like this to all of these other major blockchains is so crucial at a time in the market where we are starting to see a lot of discussions regarding interoperability and how to connect to all of these networks. Again, I love to see these bridges being built because one, not only does it expose the builders on Hedera to other networks, but it also exposes all the builders on those other networks to Hedera. And we've already seen in the time that we've been talking about Hedera, many of these projects that were primarily focused on Ethereum or maybe even Solana or possibly even Cardano saying, hey, we want to build out on Hedera. We want to tap into Hedera because of the efficiencies here. These bridges make it possible. And we've talked about these EVM sidechains and bridges that are building out for Ethereum. For example, even the XRP ledger is trying to get one passed on the network, which is very exciting. And we already know through the numbers how many developers, how many projects, how many dApps are building out on these EVM sidechains. It's very exciting stuff. And then also, one of my favorite use cases building out on Hedera, if you guys do know, is Neuron. Neuron is absolutely killing it. Very excited to announce that our CEO has been asked to feature, or has been asked to feature on a panel discussion on December 5th to disseminate Innovate UK Future of Flight Challenge successes along with Skyports, Hero Tech, and Seas, and also Urban Airports. So this is one of those projects that I think that everyone should be looking out for. Why? Because like I said, they are doing some very, very exciting stuff. And the stuff that they are doing could very well amount to billions of transactions a day. Yes, I said billions of transactions a day. We'll dive into it. But over here, they also will be at the Global Blockchain Congressional meeting. This is definitely a very exciting one as well. And again, this is going to be happening on December 11th through the 12th. Definitely check out some of these meetings because there is going to be a lot of great discussions happening at these, including, of course, on December 5th. So definitely mark it on your calendar. Definitely make sure that you're paying attention and you are aware of some of these events. Now, let's talk about what makes me so excited about Neuron and why I believe that we could see billions of transactions on Hedera per day through an innovative use case like this. Now, first and foremost, no, we won't see billions of transactions happening every single day, today, tomorrow, or next year. This is something that is still long-term in the building process, but it could become a massive player. We do see here, Shared Airspace Zone, Future of Aviation, a glimpse into how integrated shared airspace will be the reality of future skies and why this matters. Like I said in multiple videos back in 2021 and even in 2022, if you look there at the top of this image here, you could see a drone delivering a package. Why is that big? Because we know that Amazon has been trying to do drone deliveries for a while. If we can see something like this happening through something, for an example, like what Neuron is trying to build, well, guess what? Imagine how many Amazon deliveries happen every single day. Now, imagine those deliveries being transactions on the blockchain, being able to track and trace it. That is so damn exciting. Now, if we scroll down, we can actually see why do we need a shared airspace zone? Connectivity, security, and autonomy. Again, if we're talking about the future of aviation, if we're talking about drone deliveries, we're talking about even medical supplies being delivered by drone, like all of this is so crucial to note because you can't have all of these aircraft vehicles and robots and, planes and things like that all flying in an airspace that they don't know where any of these devices are. Being able to track and trace them is a game changer. And that's what Neuron is doing. For example, here's a little bit of an in-depth view on how this will work. You could track and trace specific devices. You could even zoom in. You could see the drones. You could see the entire airspace. And, this is how it will basically look. And you could track in real life devices in the air. This is something that is game changing, especially if we are going to be talking about possibly Amazon, having drone deliveries, which is a reality. But it's also an industry that is projected to be worth 42 billion pounds by 2030. And that's just in the UK. Imagine what it's going to be worth outside of the UK as well, globally. But there's a lot more to this. Like if you actually look on their website, so this is just the first one. I don't know if they got rid of it at all, but I know that they were doing something with it was with like healthcare as well. They also have other things on here, like for example, like road vehicles being tracked, e-mobility, and even robots. But beyond this, like I said, there was at some point in time air delivery for like healthcare supplies, which I think is a great use case as well. There's a lot more to this, obviously, but at the end of the day, I'm very excited for something like this because there's so many transactions that could be created through this. Because not only do you have, drone deliveries and air taxis and things like that, but you also have e-mobility. You also have vehicles on ground. Like this could very well amount to, like I said, billions of transactions. And it's one of those exciting use cases that I think a lot of people just overlook because it's not live just yet. But when something like this is being built and when something like this is being created on a network like Hedera, it's very exciting because this could amount to massive amounts of transactions per second. And we even do see here 2.7 billion drone flights estimated in 2026, 1.2 million sensors required. So imagine all of these sensors, imagine all of the flights that they have to track and trace. I mean, this could get very exciting very fast. And we even see here Hedera improves the provenance of data. For Neuron, this increases accountability for safer aviation while allowing operators to resolve liability issues and helping regulators make better policy decisions. Again, as we really kind of look at this, Hedera is the only major one that is suitable for this job, not only from, you know, the scalability aspect, but also from the tamper-proof aspect as well, because they need to make sure that all of this can be tracked and traced securely. So very exciting stuff. Outside of this as well, we recently just seen a big announcement yet again from the HBAR Foundation, and this one gets very exciting as well in terms of, you know, streamlining application development. We're excited to see that the no-code, low-code Hashgraph application studio developed by JoGet Workflow has integrated new generative AI features to make dApp development on Hedera faster and more efficient. The Hashgraph application studio simplifies tasks such as Hedera Consensus Service, topic creation, account creation, asset transfer, token management, and more, enabling users to leverage the efficiencies of the Hedera network with minimal friction. By integrating the new generative AI app generator plugin, users can now quickly generate an app skeleton through prompting, enabling them to focus on the more exciting parts of building. If you're looking to leverage the power of Hedera via the Hashgraph Application Studio, you can get up to speed in the webinar and workshop series with experts from the HBAR Foundation, Swirlds Labs, and even the Hashgraph. Now, why is this very exciting? Well, I've been talking about it. Convergence of blockchain, Hashgraph, DLT, you name it. With AI, absolute game changer. Imagine how much money the AI market in this space and outside of this space will create. Trillions of dollars will flow into AI over the course of the next couple of years. And when you converge these two technologies, imagine what could happen for businesses, these enterprises, financial institutions, you name it. Again, just another step in the right direction for Hedera. I truly believe that people need to pay attention to things like this because it truly is revolutionizing the way that real world applications, real world companies, even financial institutions, how they will work, how they will, go about daily business. I mean, automated workflows, automated work paths, things like that. Even automated processes within trade finance, for an example, can streamline and create a world of efficiencies that were never before seen or possible without, of course, tapping into Hashgraph, blockchain, DLT, with, of course, AI and machine learning. So as we look at this to me is the beginning of something special forming on Hedera, which is, of course, adding AI features. This is very exciting. Everything that we have seen right now with Hedera, it's an absolute game changer. It truly is. And you know what? In my opinion, with everything that has been happening on Hedera, with everything that we have seen so far this year, to me personally, HBAR is primed for the next bull run. And it's truly going to be one that wakes up in a big way when it does. So definitely keep posted on not only everything that has been happening around Hedera, but make sure that you are paying attention to the trend that we're in terms of the price action, because it does allow you to accumulate HBAR at some low prices while we are still in that sideways momentum or consolidation, if you will, before, of course, major expansion to the upside. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. Also, if you guys do want to go take advantage of the 40% off sale right now on DCENT Wallets, you guys are more than welcome to. Less than 2 days essentially left on this. Guys, the single pack is $50 off. The double pack is $128 off. You cannot miss out on this. This is the lowest price for the whole year. And guys, like I said, protect yourself, protect your wealth. Make sure that you are cold storaging your crypto, whether it be through a DCENT wallet or even a Ledger wallet. Just make sure that you're protecting yourself. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Peace out.